Hey guys, it is Thursday here in West Virginia, and it is time for us to crack open the newest installment of the Macho Power Wagon from M2 Machines. And it's the one that I gave you a sneak peek at on Tuesday, and I showed you how the fender opening was a little bit ragged looking, where the casting mold is messed up or something's going on at M2, because this is becoming to be a frequent problem. I had it happen on my pink SRT truck, and then I had it happen again on this green one. And other people have complained about this too, not just me. Now, I have skipped a couple of their trucks too, because I used to get every single Dodge truck that came out. I have like 60 different models, something like that, between 50 and 60. But it just got to the point where I got tired of the ones with the Coca-Cola tampos and Shell tampos, things like that. So I did not get the white Macho Power Wagon with Coke on the side of it. And I did not get the I think it was Sprite, a black truck, and it came with a Super Bee. It didn't even come with a trailer. It was just two cars, a truck and a car in a case, and they're selling it at the $21 or $22 that a regular auto hauler set demands, but it wasn't even a complete set, just two pieces. And I just decided I'm not getting any more of the soda ones unless they're ones that I can take the tampos off and make a nice looking vehicle that I don't have already. I've done that before with a lot of them. I used to get two of each and take tampos off one and leave one stock, but I'm not doing that anymore, especially now that we're running into problems like this with the castings. See how this rear wheel opening is. It's not straight across. It's got imperfections in it, and this is their first release of that truck, and it looks beautiful. Wheel openings are perfect and no issues. And then even the Christmas set, as you can see, it's nice. There's a little sag in the middle, but that's not that big of a deal. That I can tolerate. No big deal there. There goes the red one. Same thing on this side. A little bit of a sag in the center, but nothing big. That is tolerable. The blue one, same. There's a little choppiness in the right corner. If you're looking at it like I am over here, it's a little messed up looking, but that I can tolerate. The problem that I have is when it goes up in the center and it starts making the wheel opening look radiused like that one. It's a little hard to swallow. But J-Car Diecast, they did offer great customer service as always. I've had a great experience with them. They refunded some of the money instead of me sending it back. They let me keep it, and they refunded. It was about, I don't know, half the price of it, something like that. It was like $7, and the thing cost $15. So it wasn't that bad of a deal. And then the other side of it looks pretty good. As I said, it's got a little drop in the center, a little more than the others, but that one I can actually fix. That I can file down a little bit if it's the paint or the casting. It doesn't matter. I can even that out. But when it starts going up so high, there's nothing you can do with it, like on this side. So I'm just going to display the truck like this, and that's it. That's how it's going to be. But yeah, M2 is going to have to do something with the mold on this casting, because this is a fantastic casting. Everybody likes it that's a Mopar fan. And I mean, it's a great looking truck, a very nice replica of the 70s style Dodge trucks. It looks fantastic, and they give us all the options of like 4-wheel drive, slammed, 2-wheel drive, and so forth. And even step side versus the fleet side. Well, the step side bed, I haven't noticed any issues with them, but they don't really crank out as many of them as they do the fleet side. So either the mold is worn or something. It's just not that great. I'm going to take the truck apart and see what it looks like on the inside. I may try to file it a little bit, but as I said, once you start getting so high up, there's not much you can do with it. It's going to have that little uh, chip or whatever you want to call it, little notch in the wheel opening right there, because it's up so high. This side over here, as I said, it's great. I can just knock that down without a problem with a nail file. Knock it down. If it's part of the casting and not just paint, I can use the Dremel and clean it up a little. But yeah, this side is pretty much done. I'm just going to have to put it in the case and deal with it and buy another one whenever I can get one in person. Or if I find somebody that's like a private collector on eBay selling what they found and I can see pics of the actual item, that's great. But when buying from big companies that have hundreds, if not thousands of these, then you are not always going to receive that kind of customer care as you do with like a private seller. They're just gonna, one of their employees at the warehouse is gonna grab one out of the box, off the shelf, wherever it's at, and throw in your box and send it on its way. There's gonna be no inspection, which I don't blame them either. But M2 really needs to fix this problem. I've messaged them about it. They ignore it. They don't say nothing, and so forth. So I don't know what to say, except soon, if they all turn out like this, I'm going to have to stop buying the trucks, which I'm sad to say that because I love this truck. Love the casting. The tail lights are always crooked on a lot of them too. Not always, as I said, but on a lot of them, they come half-ass installed like the other one is here. But yeah, that I can live with. It's just a wheel opening. That's not good. But yeah, overall though, a great looking truck. As you can see, it is got a chrome grill versus like the silver grill on these others. The black painted center is a little different than the others. But this is all of the stock Macho Power Wagons that are out there right now. Now they do have well, here's one I can get to very easily. You have another green one. It's the O'Reilly's exclusive. I've done a wheel swap on this because I really don't like these undetailed wheels. But anyways, there's the O'Reilly's one. That was the first Macho Power Wagon that came out with a sponsor on it. The second was the Valentine's one from this year, 2025. And it was pink with the stripes and it had white wheels on it. Then the latest one is another one. It's white and it is Coca-Cola. But I didn't get that and I skipped the Sprite one. So yeah, I'm basically just going with the stock like type ones. I got the top hand and the pink SRT. After going through a couple of them, I finally found a good one and kept it, and now this one, and now it looks like I'm gonna have to start playing the same game, trying to find a good one, because I am picky, I know I am. But when you're paying $15 for one single truck and two little figurines, then you have a right to complain, because you have like Mini GT putting out stuff that is very nice for $10 to $15, and such other companies like Tarmac doing the same thing. Don't get me wrong, Mini GT has had some quality control issues too, but usually the company itself is really right there to help fix the problem, unlike M2. M2 always wants to pawn it off on the middleman. So I don't know, but yeah, this has got to stop though. They got to fix that bed mold. So here's your metal figures here. I know they've done these before. I just haven't got a set with these two guys, or guy and girl. The guy doing like the hang 10 or whatever that means in surf lingo, that hand signal. And then you have the beach blonde babe in a bikini, and those are great for like a beach diorama or even summer diorama. It would be cool. And as I showed you guys before, I usually get a little piece of the PVC plastic and glue the guys to it to help them stand, because these ones, like these, especially these metal ones that are heavy, they're hard to balance. I got him to balance out though. But yeah, sometimes they're really tough to get the balance and stand there. She is not going to be so cooperative. So that's one that we'll have to have the plastic put on it. But that's it for today, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow for our Free It Friday. We have some new and old Mopars to crack open for you. And then I think that will be it for the weekend. And then we'll be back on Monday for our Mopar Monday. But be sure to tune in tomorrow. Turn on your notification bell so you know when we do drop videos. Because most of the time I only plan to do 2-3 videos max a week, but then sometimes we get overwhelmed with a lot of stuff and I want to bring it to you guys while it's still hot or something like that. So I drop a lot of videos that are not scheduled. So be sure to turn on that notification bell. Please give us a thumbs up. It'll help us move up in the algorithm and it will help our channel grow and such. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching.